Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Magic Purple Tiger here. Today, we have gameplay of Overwatch. We're thinking about Overwatch. We pre-ordered Overwatch. And we are talking about Overwatch. That is right, today I'm going to talk a little bit about Overwatch. I got a chance to play the stress test / beta / open beta weekend. April 15th to 16th. I only captured a little bit of gameplay. Wasn't going to do commentary and waste my time. So that's going to be playing in the background. Hopefully it should be 60 FPS, but I'm not 100% if my recording software did that or not. So, going into the whole Overwatch beta, it definitely was exactly what I expected. It was a very good game, had very well progression. Probably the smoothest progression I've ever seen since playing like MW2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. So I'm gonna go over some good things, some bad things, and some things that they gotta work on, and just overall rating how I see Overwatch beta. So this is not a full game review, this is a beta review. So this was during a stress test weekend, so for those of you who do not understand, what is a stress test? A stress test is basically where they invite a select amount of people, usually ranging from 1,000 to a couple thousand, and they tell them, alright, come on, you play our game, and we have to see if our server's shut off. And so you sit there and you play, and if the server's shut off, it probably means that the game's not ready yet. And if they don't, their servers are looking good, and they'll probably have a good opening launch. So, how do you get into the stress test? It was a random kind of thing, just whoever. I signed up for the beta like thousands of times, or clicked the sign up button, and it kept telling me I already signed up. Who knows? Maybe that's how I got in. But I believe that is the last kind of open chance until May. They might try and run a little stress test later, but for now, that's all we saw of it. So, some good things about the game. Well, what I love about Overwatch is it's very vibrant and very diverse. You're not playing the same character with every class. There's so much diversity in every character that you can't constantly go, that person's like that person. Because they all have their little nicks and knacks that make them so separate. It is amazing. Now, there's two people that I play a lot. It's Bastion and McCree. You guys probably will see them show up here a bunch. But Bastion is a defensive character. Basically, he is a walking robot. Very peaceful. As you see, I don't know if any of you guys have seen the promotional art. He's usually got a bird with him. Very nature-esque kind of robot. He could turn into a sentry gun, and then he just sprays people down. He has a self-healing, which is pretty easy, except you can't move, you can't do anything. You just hold the button, he real quick takes a blowtorch and a screwdriver, whatever it is, patches himself up, and he's ready to go. And yeah, he's excellent for defense, and I love him, and so many people love him. And then McCree is an offensive player, which mainly I only like him because he's Western. I like the whole Western sci-fi look. But I slowly grew attached to this kind of like how you have to be accurate with your shots, and I miss about half my shots. So I'm learning more accuracy with him. His right click is just a spray and pray. If you guys remember the CSGO revolver, you remember that opening weekend, that's basically what it is, except it's not that ranged. He throws flashbang, and he does this little combat roll which automatically reloads his gun, so that's pretty nice to get yourself out of sticky situations. But yeah, so looking more into the game, the vibrantness of the characters, I mean, just looking at Tracer alone, you can see so much just the difference in color palette, and you know, nothing's dull and boring. Everything's nice and lit up and bright. I'm talking about maps, not Tracer now. But like, Route 66 is probably one of my favorite maps so far. and that is just it's beautiful. Basically, it is based off of Route 66, just a little area. There's a train crash near one spawn, and the spawn for the attackers is this little diner. Right out front of it is a train crash, and it looks so good. And then you go along this kind of this line, and there's like canyon hills to get up to, so you can snipe, or if you're playing Bastion, set up and just start mowing people down. You can get on top of the trains, and you know, it's just beautiful. I could probably put a picture or something here, but guys, it is amazing. It looks so nice, and the music, I'll get into the music here in a little bit, but then you kind of you wrap around this little mountain ledge, and next thing you know, you're by a gas station and some buildings, and you're still moving that payload up, and you got so much more obstacles to look out for people, and then you finally reach a certain like kind of cave, or this like, I guess it looks like a military bunker kind of thing, and you go and push that in there, and these moving platforms and stuff. It is amazing. Now music, I gotta say, not too many games I like the soundtrack to. There's not very many games. I don't like artistic soundtracks too much. But, you know, there's very few games that I love the soundtrack. Two of them that come to mind, well actually one of them that come to mind, is Rocket League. Probably one of my favorite soundtracks of last year. And Payday. Payday 2 had a beautiful soundtrack. Now, moving on to Overwatch's soundtrack, I just gotta say, when you launch that game, it makes you feel like you're a hero. Cause just the beautiful pickup. That was terrible rendition of it. Maybe I'll throw in an audio clip at the end, but it is amazing. This game overall just makes you feel like you're the boss and you are going to destroy, and it is so good. Some things I didn't like, it's kind of the more I played, the more iffy certain things were. I began to play with people who were in the closed beta, and they were like level 43s and stuff, and what really ticked me off of that is these guys, actually no, I just think these guys were playing all night, was these guys were so good, and they had already figured out the flaws in every character, that they just knew what to do. And it really sucked, because you would just want to play, and have fun. These guys brought actual competition to Overwatch, and I thought that was pretty kind of annoying. Another thing I didn't like really, people, you can't ask people really to do this. You can't tell them to go out and go buy a mic. But most people who play PC have a mic. Whether it's a webcam, whether it's headset, whatever. They usually have a mic, and no one used player chat. Very few people use player chat in the player channels for voice. And it really irks me because there was times, you know, you need communication with this game. You can't just run in. You know, you gotta make sure, okay, we got a sniper up there so we can push the payload this far, and then we're gonna have to get off, say, like, put out a Reinhardt. He's gonna start kind of defending the payload while we use his shield to blow people back, and then we can move it up more once our sniper set. It's a long thing, and you have to have teamwork. That is a key element in Overwatch. It is not a one-person controls everything, unless you have someone who's so overpowered. That's really annoying. I'll get back to kind of yeses and nos, but let's talk about some things that gotta work on. Some stuff that they gotta work on. I mean, there's not too much. Very few things that annoyed me were really screwy, and really you don't see it. Like the physics of some tarps. You just kind of went straight through them when really there should be some type of animation, but that's just me being picky. But overall, there isn't too much that they gotta fix. Some, like Bastion, maybe have his firing rate a bit lower on that sentry, because there's just some times where I could set up in the attack or objective point and wait for the enemies to run in, and I just mow them all down using a single mag. And you know that's really bad. Roadhog, I feel like there was I think it's Roadhog. There were some issues with him. You know, his ultimate, I think it's his ultimate. I didn't really play him too much, but his ultimate seemed a bit cheaply OP just because it was a straight up machine gun rocket launcher that was like a 2-hit kill. So that was annoying. But overall, there wasn't too much that you had to fix. I think that most of the characters were balanced out pretty darn well. And I was surprised because I thought most people would be playing Tracer, but there was very few Tracers in my matches. Yeah. So, overall, Overwatch beta, I gotta give this thing like a 9 out of 10, 8.5, 9 out of 10. That's kind of my thing because since it's not a complete game, it can't get a 10 out of 10. It's not finished. I haven't got to see all the maps. I gotta admit, one of the maps I can't remember. It's like Hanzo or what? Basically, it's a Japanese-based map. That map was kind of iffy to play on because it was heavily one-sided, and what ended up happening is when they would capture an objective, pretty much the whole team would give up, and yeah, the push was just too strong. Something that they could work on, those objective securings. Those should be toned down just a tad bit, because there was many times that they could secure an objective within 10 seconds, and you know, it didn't give us a fighting chance at all. And I know people are going to be like, oh, well, that means you got to put up more defense. Well, it's difficult to do that when you can't have a full team of defense. You don't want to do that. So, yeah, that's a little thing that they can work on. But I will be getting this most likely the day it comes out. There will be things on the channel. I pre-ordered a collector's edition. Maybe we'll do an unboxing. I'm really sorry I've been gone for so long. You know, I feel bad that I've just been busy with other things. I can't promise anything. The update video, I'm not sure why I put that out. I just felt that I needed a video, and by natural impulse, I'm like, oh yeah, every week or whatever. I'm gonna try. That's all I can say is I'm gonna try. And yeah, so let's see. Did we already do? Okay, I'm gonna redo overall. So overall, Overwatch, you earn a solid 9 out of 10, just because I haven't seen the complete thing. You know, we'll switch. 8.5 out of 10. 8.5. Sorry, I keep getting certain things mixed up. I haven't seen the whole game. I haven't seen all the maps because we didn't get the beta players that weekend. Didn't get the maps that the closed beta players got to play. We got like I guess we got mainly all different. So I don't know, it's pretty interesting to see how they pulled that, because you know, it maybe map packs. No, they probably just did that so the closed beta players don't have to go through all that. Yeah, so that was fun. It was a fun little beta. It was really sad the morning afterwards when I went to go boot up Overwatch and saw that I couldn't connect to game servers, and then I look online and beta's closed, and I don't get why it was only 2 days, but you know, whatever. I am going to be in the other beta. I believe it is April 29th to May 9th is for, if you pre-order it, you get that whole week or whatever. But I will be in the beta then. I will be rocking out to that beta. And then I'll probably make some more videos, just because then I have more than 2 days, because kind of by impulse I want to play more than record. And so I just recorded some matches, and these aren't even good matches, you know, these are some of my worst matches. But yeah, 8.5 for Overwatch. I need to see more to give it a solid 10, but it is looking nice, and I highly recommend, if you have not done so, if you have a PC is probably going to be the best to get it for. But you guys, if you have not pre-ordered this, go ahead. Whatever console you have, go pre-order it. Because it doesn't matter if it's Xbox, Xbox, PC, and PlayStation. Those three, they're gonna look beautiful. They're gonna be beautiful, and they're gonna be fun to play. Because this is not just your basic Call of Duty shooter. This is a full, just have fun with your friends. This is not, oh my god, take it super seriously. This is be laid back, be chill. You can play however you want. Just make sure you talk to your teammates, alright? I'm okay, you guys can pre-order the game, but you have to promise me that you'll talk to your teammates. Because a lot of your teammates, they're gonna need you to feed intel. Like, if you spotted someone coming around from behind and they killed you, they don't know where they are unless you got Widowmaker freaking popping her ulti and everyone can see. But overall, you need to talk. So yeah, go pre-order Overwatch. I forget the day it actually comes out. Brandon, please put it on the screen. Yeah, so just make sure you go pre-order it. I highly recommend getting the Origins edition. It is only $40, so not your normal $60, but Origins edition does come with some awesome skins, and it's only $60, so the price of a brand new game plus DLC. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I'm sorry for doing all the buttums and all the times I stuttered and went silent. I'm trying to fix that in my videos, but there's not too much that I can do about it because it's just how I talk. So, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, whatevs in this video. Tell me, what is your favorite class in Overwatch? So yeah, hope to see you guys on the battlefield.